What's up, guys? Welcome to Game of the Week here in the OMFL for week number 6. That's right, it's week number 6 in season 76, and I went with the 4-2 Oakland Raiders falling to the 5-1 Kansas City Chiefs in a very pivotal AFC matchup. There were a lot of really good games that we could have picked from. There were tons of really close games, some games I kind of wanted to go with, but man, this just was an old-fashioned AFC battle that you usually see late in the season whenever teams have gotten into that cold weather and not able to really move the ball like they really wanted to. Just looking at some stats here, Gronkowski was 11 of 17, 139 yards and 2 interceptions. Washington had 10 rushes for 70 yards, no touchdowns though. Cook 5 receptions for 75 yards, and Emerson 4 tackles and some assists. Watson for the Kansas City Chiefs was 10 of 13, 147 yards, 1 touchdown. Mack had 4 rushes for 41 yards and a touchdown. Thomas, 2 receptions, 50 yards and a touchdown. And Ragland was his leading defensive player with 3 tackles and an interception. Let's break down a couple of team stats here. Looking at passing yards allowed, the Raiders allowed 137 passing yards, 82 rushing yards. Both of these teams played really great pass defense. The Kansas City Chiefs allowed 139 passing yards, 115 rushing yards. The Chiefs had no sacks, but the Oakland Raiders had 2 sacks. And then if you go back down to third down percentage, you see a big gap here. 57% third down percentage for the Chiefs, only 29% for the Oakland Raiders. That's going to hurt you as you try to keep the ball going and you try to keep that clock rolling. Turnovers was another really big thing here. You had 2 turnovers for the Oakland Raiders, no takeaways, 2 takeaways for the Kansas City Chiefs, no turnovers. That's going to swing a game. You put that with the third down percentage, you're going to win time of possession. It's really going to swing that game one way or the other when you're in a very tight game. And then again, just breaking down now, our stuff is a little messed up. It'll get fixed after the first of the year's Daddy Leagues is doing some new stuff. But you see, Washington had a pretty good game, but he only touched the ball 10 times for the Oakland Raiders. And then on the other side of the ball, Mack had a good game, 4 for 41, but he only touched the ball 4 times. He's really going to have to touch the ball way more times than that if they want to get that thing going. Hunt was this big guy, 10 carries, only 17 yards. That's going to hurt. Richard for the Raiders, 8 carries for 32. So they were doing a pretty decent job for rushing the ball. If you look at receiving, they kind of both spread the ball around, but nothing that really just pops is like, oh my God, that player played really well. They both really struggled on both sides of the ball. Ragland played really well for the Kansas City Chiefs. So did Willis. He threw in another interception late in that game. But neither one of these teams did a great job of getting after the quarterback. Only 2 sacks completely over here for the Oakland Raiders. Of course, Khalil Mack is going to be on that list. So at the end of the day, the Oakland Raiders drop a tough one that was right there for their taking, 6-14 on the road against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think it just comes down to turnovers and third down percentage. If he was able to keep the ball more on third down percentage and get that percentage even just up to around 42%, he probably would have been able to make a better run. And then if he stops turning the ball over, he probably wins this game. Both teams played really great defense, but both struggled on offense. And you got to give it to B-Hog and his Kansas City Chiefs. He's sitting at 5-1, really pretty. A big victory for him against the Oakland Raiders. And that's your game of the week for week number 6 in season 76. We'll see you next week, guys. Check out Press Pass Live. Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter. Go even follow us over on Twitch, twitch.tv/grownfolksoc. Lots of great articles at grownfolksoc.com. Tons of good stuff out there. Make sure you go check it out. Hey, if you're bored, you're sitting around with a lot of time, nothing to do, waiting for your favorite bowl game to come on, go fire up the GFW, the Grown Folks Wrestling League. You'll watch one of our shows. I think that you'll be entertained. We'll see you around the corner. Peace out.